Hello, everybody, and welcome to another daily chat with Andy the Gabby Cabby. This time we are here on a Sunday, and it is just little old me on my Jack Jones, unlike the other day when we had Howard Cox join us for a little chat, which went very, very well indeed. Now let's have a look in the chat, see who we've got. Tad the lad, that Sainsbury's bag is a legend itself. You know, I've seen some comments about that this last week or so, Tad. Some people love it, some people hate it. Well, my Sainsbury's bag isn't going anywhere. Hello, Ems Jones. Good to see you. Hope you're all right. Good for you to join us. Who else have we got? Julie Baldwin. Good to see you. Andy, if you still have that Sainsbury's carrier bag behind you, I'm turning off. Bye. You ain't going anywhere. All right, you lot. Cosmic War Toad says, Gary Thornbury, good to see you as well. What the hell is it with people bashing my Sainsbury's carrier bag? It's been up there since time for Batum, and people are having a pop. Hello, Gary Thornbury. Hello, the holistic therapist. Good to see you. Calvin and Blood Nose loves Sainsbury's. Yes. Well, I do Sainsbury's, but I keep mentioning Tesco's more than I do Sainsbury's. I'm not quite sure why that is. Is everyone all right, by the way? How's your weekend been going? Who gets triggered by a bag? I know some people that could get triggered by an old bag, but not necessarily a bag. Hello, Screw Politics. Good to see you in the chat there. Good evening, Vietnam. Lovely, brilliant. Paz is in the chat. Good to see you. Hope you had a great weekend, Andy. I did. I was working pretty much all of it. I did. I had 3 yesterday, 1 today, and I'm back off up there at 1:30 tonight. So pretty bloody busy, actually. I love Sainsbury's. It keeps the riffraff out of Waitrose. Absolutely. Another question I keep getting about Sainsbury's is, am I getting sponsored by Sainsbury's? The answer is no. Maybe I missed a trick there. I don't know. Grumpy Get. I'm triggered by Andy's glasses because I got some as well. Laugh out loud. Yeah, these are a new addition. I'm supposed to wear them all the time now because my vision's gone where I need for distance and for reading. But I have 2 bloody problems with these. Christ, I can't see now. You get imprints in the snout, and then on the back of your ear, where you've got a bit of plastic or a bit of metal sat there all day long, it starts digging into your ear hole. So it's a bit to get used to. I've got prescription sunglasses as well, which I wear for driving on bright days, and same thing with them. They dig in a little bit. Where are we? Gary Thornbury. Andy, hope you haven't. Where are we? Hope you haven't been in any high-speed chases. Well, if I was in any high-speed chases, the funny thing is I'd be completely honest about them and about what was going on. I don't know who you might be referring to there. A bit of a mixture. Hello to you. Julie Baldwin, well done to you. You have hit the 10-stone weight loss. That is excellent news. Excellent. I know you've been trying really hard with that, so all the encouragement and good prayers to you. I think I'm about 2 stone off, and I can't seem to get shifted any more than that. Andy, please ask folk to sign a petition against Irish hate speech laws, as they have nothing to do with hate, but everything to do with shutting up people's opposition to mass migration, etc. Have you got a link to the petition? Perhaps we can have it in the chat and we can highlight that. I mean, a lot of this stuff isn't it? It's all to do with shutting up people's opinions and not letting people speak or anything like that. It's nuts. Blood Nose 50 watching. Well, there's 61 now, isn't there? And only 13 hitting the like button. So come on, folks. If you're in here, give it the thumbs up because it helps the algorithm. And there's a couple of bits I want to go through with you. Hello, Narrative Destroyer. Respect to Andy in the chat. Hope everyone is well. Good to see you here and welcome. Hope you're having a good weekend. Mine's been bloody busy. It really has. I've got this. The business goes mental in the summer. It really does go mental. One thing that we have is an issue with availability of minibuses. There's me with mine, and there's about 3 or 4 other different companies, all with minibuses. And people expect a minibus like tomorrow. We're like, whoa, hang on a minute, hang on. People are just booked up so far in advance. It is crazy. I mean, it's all good crazy. I'm able to give the other guys, do bits with me some work also. So everyone earns a few quid, which is what it's all about. What's going on with Paz? Have you got toothache? I saw a picture of a tooth somewhere. No, I missed that. I'm sure there was a picture of a tooth. But I had to have one out. I've got a big gap in my mouth now. A cabbie that drives a cabbie. Who'd have thought it? Exactly. Funnier things have happened. Oh, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Calvin. I hope you get pissed too. Does that rhyme? Happy birthday. Hope you had a good one. Let's go down. Let's go down. Let's go down. Good to see all the people here. It's wonderful. Yeah, it's bloody horrible, mate. Can't get an appointment till next month. Oh my God. Is that with your dentist, or have you said, I'm not fussed? I will go with any. Because I just said, I'm not fussed. I will go with any. Mine started off with toothache, and then the whole side of my tooth decided to cave in, and I had to have it out. They couldn't fix it. But they're doing 12-month checkups now as well. I don't know whether that's the same all over the place. I really don't. I'm missing Philip Schofield already. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I've steered clear of that subject because one, it isn't what I cover, and two, I think they get enough publicity as it is already. I mean, in my opinion, celebrities, they have a shelf life, and once they reach the end of that shelf life, something will happen to them. Either viewing figures will drop and they will be gotten rid of because no one's bigger than the show at the end of the day. All they do or get involved in something really stupid, it comes out in the press and their position is then untenable and they have to go. One of those two things will happen, or they've done something really, really, really terrible and they have to go. And I'm sure there will be more to come. I really do. I mean, I'll give Paz a shout out there. He's done an awful lot of coverage on that subject over the last few days. Loads and loads of videos. Even though someone was moaning at him about it, he's covered a hell of a lot of ground. But I mean, I've seen Gordon go for cracks and all sorts of stuff. You want to be careful, Moonlight. Screw politics. Behave yourself. I know exactly what you're saying. Well, someone who shares the same name with me is saying that my carrier bag is against their religious beliefs and they're unsubscribing. Okay, fine. That's your opinion. But the carrier bag stays. I wish you all the best and thank you for stopping by anyway. I did actually change it to a Del Boy carrier bag one day, but I don't think anybody noticed. There's a there's a suggestion for you, Paz. Another one I heard was whiskey, a little drop of whiskey in the gum, and that numbs it. Or you could drink the bottle and that'd numb the rest of you, I'm sure. Hello, Andy. Nice to see you. That's Lady Anna, 888. Good to see you as well. Welcome along. Let's have a couple of comments. Anyway, leave you to it. Have a great stream. Cheers, Paz. See you when I do. And go check out his channel, especially the coverage he's been doing lately. And he's not far off a subscriber milestone. I'm sure he isn't. Scofie has done a runner to Cornwall. First, they get the big boat for the illegal aliens on their shoreline, and now the silver fox, and they suffered enough. Absolutely. Andy, can you mention this or Paz cover it? What have I missed? Another bloody comment. Grumpy Get, where are you? Grumpy Get. Yeah, repost the comment and we'll have another look at that. The digital pound, here's the link, has to be done. Oh, right, gotcha. Okay, yes, I have seen a link. Somebody sent me that on Twitter. So I will go and have a look at that. Yes, there's a lot of people talking about toothache now. If anybody's got any toothache remedies, go and see Paz. Go tell him, put him out of his misery. What have I missed about Sainsbury's? Somebody didn't like my Sainsbury's carrier bag and wanted me to get rid of it. Clove oil, yes, that's another one that helps. I ain't got the problem now. I ain't got a tooth. I'm gonna have to have some false ones, I think, and I'm not looking forward to that. But there's a big hole. Couple of things to cover. Do you remember the other day where I did a video to do with an ambulance that got in a bit of trouble over ULEZ? I think it was Bristol and Souter bailiffs decided to come and pay a visit over some unpaid ULEZ fines. Well, Jeff Buys Cars actually managed to get the person who owns that ambulance on the phone. And I was sent the video earlier on. And that was you, Grumpy Get, was it? Okay, I shall check that out and see if we can cover it. I just want to play you a little bit of this so you can hear what was actually said on the phone. Bear with me a second. Hi, Mum. Good to see you in the chat. There we go. Jeff Buys Cars. I'll mute myself and I'll play a little bit of this because it's interesting.
Look, Michael's phoned me back. I just phoned Michael. Michael, tell me what's going on. What's happening?
Okay, well, we found on earlier this week that our vehicle, a 2013 plate, fully marked, blue light, fully equipped emergency ambulance response car had been clamped by a collection agent on behalf of TfL.
And that's Bristow and Souter, right?
Bristow and Souter were the collection agent that had stuck their paperwork quite abruptly to the window, who then demanded, once I contacted them to find out what we've done, they were demanded over £800 in backdated ULEZ charges, apparently. We obviously didn't know what to do, absolutely dumbfounded. So we contacted their office refused to speak to us.
Yeah.
We then contacted TfL, who told us that, yeah, that's who we've employed to do the job. However, we will pass this on to the escalations team because we're not sure how to proceed. The escalation team haven't got back to us yet. We haven't had any sort of contact from them since Tuesday.
Well, there you go. He went, but the long and short of it is, the ambulance got ULEZ to death. There was a load of fines that weren't paid, and Bristol and Souter got involved with it. When you go to TfL, they don't seem to be keyed or set up with regard to dealing with complaints, dealing with fines, dealing with appeals. It's very much a case of pay up or else we'll come and take your vehicle. That's what it seems to be. I mean, I had an issue with ULEZ myself. I was 24 hours late over the deadline paying it. Pure absent-mindedness. pure absent-mindedness on my part. And I went to TFL and I said, look, I made a mistake. 24 hours, I want to deal with it. They wouldn't let me. And there were these emails going back and forward, back and forward, back and forward all the time. And what had to happen in the end, I had to involve my local MP. And then it was all sorted out, lo and behold, as soon as I involved him. And that's Craig McKinley of South Thanet, a friend of Howard Cox, who you saw in the live stream. And, you know, sometimes you have to do that. Can you sign my reusable shopping bags, please, Andy? Send them to me, Screwed. Send them to me. What's this one? General Lee, Sainsbury's helped fund the Labour Party. Not that Lee's lot are any better. Well, I was reading earlier that the Labour Party, Keir Starmer, seemed to be particularly behind the idea of ULEZ and everything else. It's, you know, a sorry state of affairs. When you start looking into it, all the different layers of, well, bullshit, really, it's really quite frightening how far the rot goes. On this Tuesday coming, I'm going to be doing another live stream, which I want to tell you all about in this one. And I'll be chatting to a guy called Clown World, and that'll be at 9 o'clock on Tuesday. And he's another YouTuber like me that just talks about current events, what's going on in the world, politics, consumer stuff, putting the world to rights, a little bit of anti-wokeness and all the rest of it. And he actually emailed me and said, can he come and do a live stream with me? And I said, yeah, sure thing. So we get that set up. I mean, that goes for anybody. If you want to hop on and do a live with me, just drop me a line. We can set something up. You know, anytime with anybody. I'm quite happy with that. This is the daily chat with Andy the Gabby Cabby, everybody. Thank you very much for joining me this evening on a Sunday. I hope everyone's been having a good weekend. I'm only going to do probably another 20 minutes today because I've got to actually go and get some sleep. So I'm back off up to the airport about 1 o'clock in the morning. It's been such a busy week this week. I mean, last week, not this week, just gone, the week before, I had a monster, horrible car repair bill of somewhere in the region of £1,000. It wasn't the fact that it was a big repair. It was an awful lot of routine maintenance that just needed sorting out all at once. Tyres, brake pads, brake discs, ball joint, lots of things like that. So, you know, it was rubbish. But then this week, work-wise and income-wise, it's been excellent. So it's enabled me to, you know, try and catch up a bit and then getting the content on here done and everything else. I'm knackered, but I'm sure there are people in worse off positions than I. Let's have a look at some of the comments. And please, if you haven't done so, make sure you hit the like button. That's all good. Helps the algorithm. It's a very good comment. I see stupid people. Andy, how are we going to get the UK back on track? Well, I think it's been sold out. You know, we've got layer upon layer of legislation, layer upon layer of law, layer upon layer of you will do this. And is it past the point of no return? I don't know. We have little isolated pockets all over the country, don't we, of people like me sitting in my garage saying, no, we've had enough of this. And it just needs them all to come together, doesn't it? It's very, very bad. I mean, you look at the news every day, G7, Sunak, Zelensky, there's a name. And, you know, all of our bills going up. There's no end in sight. You see that same year again and again, don't you? 2030. I don't know. We've got some interesting times ahead, that's for sure. Screwed politics. I realised last week that my union takes a penny from me every month and gives it straight to the Labour Party. Diane Abbott set up the monthly payment. It was meant to be £1. I took you seriously for a second. Brilliant. Yeah, Clown World. Good bloke. That should be a good chat on Tuesday. So we'll see what comes up with that. Who's this one? Johnny Simulation Gamer. Just have a nice evening watching you and Matilda the musical. I don't think I've seen the film. Seen the film a few times. It's a family favourite. But I'm not sure about the musical. I think my wife was talking about going to see it. This country was screwed since Liz Truss. There's a bit of a pattern, isn't there? I'm going to say WEF. W.E.F. Liz Truss, Jeremy Hunt, Rishi Sunak all have fingers in that particular pie. It's a stitch-up job in the making, in my opinion. I don't know what you guys think of that. Have you put the link in the chat about that petition if you have Irish heritage or links to Ireland? There's another thing I want to cover as well. It's our bills, namely our gas and electricity bills. I want to play a rant that Sanity Checkers did. I've got it lined up to play. He doesn't know I'm going to do this, but also Sanity Checkers isn't far off 2,000 subscribers. He's only got a little way to go. He only needs a few. So if you haven't done so already, please go and subscribe to Sanity Checkers. But I will play his little rant, and I'm sure a lot of people can sympathise with what he's saying. Oh, he does look pissed off, doesn't he? Well, let's see.
Rant about the energy crisis that we've got and the cost of energy and how we're being fleeced and robbed by these wealthy energy companies. Now, this time last year, before the prices went up, in an all-electric property that I'm in, it would have cost me around about £40 in electricity around about this time, maybe 50 at a push, based on the time of year. No heating at all, just basic appliances. Well, I've had a bill now for £184 for this month, and I give my meter readings every single month. So there's no sort of foul play or any miscommunication. It's very clear and transparent. The rate and the unit that the cost of electricity is now is so astronomically high that this is ridiculous. And I feel we're at a point where people are going to just stop playing and they're going to just start taking unless something gets done about it. How are things for you? What's your bills like?
I fully sympathise with Ryan's position there. I really do. And so many other people are in that position right now. I mean, Ryan lives in an all-electric property. I mean, before I lived in this house I'm in now with my wife, I lived in flats when I was a single bloke. And I remember one of them was all electric. It had the old-fashioned electric storage heaters. And this is before we had the problem that we've got now. And the bills then are absolutely astronomical. So God knows what it's like in an all-electric place now. I mean, how many of you guys have got all-electric, or are you gas and electric? Be interesting to compare notes. Bills, little kitty. Octopus Energy demand £1,200 extra on top of my monthly £200. I live alone in a one-bedroom house and don't use anything except the washing machine due to severe disability. Yeah, I've heard random things about Octopus. I mean, I was with Avro Energy, and when the problems began, Avro went bust, and I ended up being moved over to Octopus, and I found them very amenable. They've always talked to me. We're in agreement at the moment with what's going on with my bills, to be reviewed next month, I think. But there are others who outright hate them. They're not the worst energy provider out there. I've done videos on others. But in July, there's a video coming out on this tomorrow. There's a Cornwall Insights who are mentioned quite regularly. They try and predict what's going to go on with the trend to do with, what the gas and electricity tariff is going to do. And they reckon there's going to be a shift of about 450 quid around July time, which might bring things down a little bit. But whether it improves the situation, I mean, one thing as well, which I've noticed, and I know Ryan's done this, a video on it. Have you noticed that they will fire things up to this astronomical level? Our electricity bills, our fuel, it was hitting £2 a litre at one point. Bring it down by what they would consider a large amount. I mean, let's face it, 400 or 500 quid off a bill is quite a chunk, isn't it? And then try and tell us it's cheaper, when in fact it's a lot more expensive than it was before all the trouble started. So, we're still in the same thing. Been looking at Octopus. They're part of WEF when looking into it. Oh, no, that is interesting. That is very interesting. If you've got any research or info, Joey, I'll be interested to see that. I don't know if you can email me. That's very interesting. I mean, that's the thing, isn't it? You've got these companies who hide under other companies who hide under individuals. And, they think they can't be seen. But when you drill down, I suppose they call it follow the money, don't they? I mean, Sanity Checkers has just said he's with Octopus as well. Johnny, if I click on that comment, the bills are way too much and needs coming. Yeah, exactly. My issue is not with the total, but with the increase. 150 a month. Now, in summer months, I could not afford to heat in winter. Simple. And I know you had the trouble as it was, Ryan, didn't you? With regard to the way your place is set up, not to mention other things that you've told me privately, which I obviously won't tell in public. Screw politics. I heard last week that Northern Ireland don't pay water rates. Is this true? And if so, where's the equality for the kingdom? I've heard that before as well. I've heard it from multiple sources, actually. I mean, we have a problem in this country at the moment with various water boards. The prices are going up, and I think the shareholders and dividend holders are getting more in their back pockets and is actually going into infrastructure. I've been sent loads of stuff about that. Screwed. Putin promised immediate nuclear destruction as a deterrent to stop the West supporting Ukraine. So why are we still sitting about forking through the nose for shit when he was clearly bluffing? We'd all be dead by now, wouldn't we? That's a very good point. Very, very good point. Sent you a tip for weight loss, Andy. Okay, I did see the last message 3 times a day or something. I'll have a quick look at that. Didn't I say a few years ago we'll have nothing and be happy? Nearly correct. Got the happy bit wrong. Yeah, that's true. That's true. There's some, some rather pointed information coming out about that now. Is that Ingahan? Pot to say hello. Busy at the mo. Hello to you. Good to see you and thanks for coming by. What kind of standing charge do people have? I mean, one thing Ryan said to me in a message, is it worth switching? Is there anywhere to switch to? That's the thing. Yeah, I think he was pushed, wasn't he, Andy? It got to a point where it couldn't go on any longer. It's a very bad situation. They've just proved conspiracy theorists right. Well, they say the only difference between a conspiracy theory and the truth is time. And that's becoming very true lately in more than one place. I saw another thing where we got these cost of living payments and everything coming out. I was sent an email about the disability payments, the £150 disability payments, and there's some reasonably confirmed information on these now. I'll read this to you. I'll stick the link in the thing as well, so you can all get it. Hello, Bridget. Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, if you have a look at that article, DWP confirms dates £150 cost of living payment will land in accounts. Now, it's due to start from next month, according to the information out there. More than 6 million people receiving disability benefits will get £150 cost of living support payment this summer. Comes as part of a wider package of government support to help those on low incomes. Now, they reckon this £150 is going to be made payable over a 2-week period between June the 20th and July the 4th. And there'll be the odd one which will fall outside of that time as well. There will also be further payments of £300 for pensioners due later in the year, meaning some people can get a fair lump. But the article's there, so have a read. But the next one is coming between June and July over a 2-week period. Angela Dallymore, yeah, don't spend it all at once. You make a very valid point there. Karen is great, Sanity Checker says. Yeah, I think you got that right. I mean, there was this latest thing, wasn't there, with the F-16s? I saw that and thought, Jesus. I mean, you send F-16s over there with the training to fly the damn things. That puts Putin's doorstep within range of a damn good pasting, doesn't it? And he's not going to like that very much. Andy Marlins, hello to you. Good to see you. This is the chat with Andy the Gabby Cabby, everybody. If you haven't done so already, hit the like button. We've got 111 watching, and this is just a little Sunday evening natter with you all. And I hope you are well, and thank you for joining us. We're doing pretty good with the subscribers as well, by the way. 41,000 and something, 41,240, and it keeps creeping up and up and up. So really great. And we're getting some good information out there. Yeah, blood nose propaganda. That's exactly what it is from both sides. You got it in one. I went over to prepayment meters, and it's shocking how fast you use gas and electricity. Yeah, Calvin, you're right. I mean, they're supposed to be introducing new legislation where those on prepayment meters will pay the same as those that aren't on prepayment meters, whether that comes into effect, whether that cost will be passed down, and whether it does make a difference and they don't fiddle the figures to work in their favour. We're yet to find out, aren't we? We are yet to find out. Let's have a look at some more. This is all about you this evening, what you have to say, because, you know, that live stream I did the other day, we were just nattering and nattering and nattering. 110 watching, please press like. Yes, if anyone's got any stuff they want outing, anyone's got any stuff they want to tell me, or they want to come on and do a live with me, there's my email address, contact@andygifford.online. I appreciate it very much. What's this? Cosmic War Toad. USA's enemies automatically become Britain's enemies, with NATO allies being the excuse. Yes, Article 5. Trump would slap both Putin and Zelensky. Look how he dealt with Little Rocket Man. He managed to get respective leaders around the table. Sleepy Joe just sends his wife to do his errands. Kind of looks that way, doesn't it? Yeah. Evening, Ryan. Still laughing at your Gordon the Gopher video. Hilarious. I'll tell you what, let's get that on, shall we? Let's get that on. Sorry, Ryan. Bit of harmless promotion this evening. I must admit, that did make me laugh, that one. Gordon the Gopher. I'm assuming it's still on there. I love YouTube at the moment where you do search for videos and it tells you videos haven't got any views, and you know damn well they have. Here we go. Found it. Right, I'm just going to let this advert play through. Yeah, here you are. Here's the famous Gordon the Gopher video that Sanity Checkers did.
Somewhere in a back street, London, England. In a small broom cupboard, a terrified rodent, ready to speak out for the first time in over 30 years. Welcome, Gordon the Gopher. Thank you so much for agreeing to do this interview today. It's okay. Don't be shy. Just tell people your story. We'll understand. So how have you reacted to the news so far? And the lawyers, do you feel that he's starting to get scared? I understand. And can you tell us a little bit about your experiences in the broom cupboard? I understand. It's all very traumatic. But we need to go there, Gordon. We need to understand what happened. Can you tell us what happened? My goodness, really? And where exactly did they put it? I think we need to take a break. Do you need a drink, Gordon? And what do you think is going to happen next? The net is closing, and hopefully we can get you the help and support you need.
I'm sorry, but that really made me laugh. I think that was brilliant. And yes, good luck to Gordon. what an interview. Nice one, Ryan. Nice one. Gave everyone a laugh. Right. I want to wrap things up at about 40 minutes, folks, because I need to go and get some shut-eye. One thing I will say about interviews and people coming on the channel, obviously in the week we had that great interview with Howard Cox, who will be standing for the Mayor of London next year, and hopefully we can get Mr. Khan removed from office, which would be great. We can get everything else removed as well. Wonderful, wonderful. I want to try and start getting some people like that on here, if we can, get invites out to, all and sundry. A great suggestion has been made to me with regard to the actual mayoral contest, with a possible two-hander. If we can get two of the candidates on here for a bit of a two-way, I'm going to see if I can, do something like that. I'm not saying any dates or any times or who I mean or anything like that. So I won't want somebody to pinch it. But, we can do some great things with the lives now. I'm going to try and do so. Anyway, folks, I hope you have a good day tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your evening. All the content's done, recorded and primed to go out from 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. So look out for that then. And until then, if you need anything, email, Other than that, look after yourselves, and I will see you on the next one. When I find the right button to push, I can get out of here. There it is. Toodaloo.